Welcome back to Alpine Ski and Snowboard. You know, we get a lot of questions on not only performance and what type of ski somebody should buy, but also what size they should get or what width they should get. It's pretty complicated in terms of us telling you or trying to find out what type of skier you are. So what we try to do is we find out where you ski, the type of terrain that you ski on, and also what type of year do you ski, early season, late season, or do you ski on the West Coast, Colorado Rockies, or even in the Northeast. And that really helps us narrow it down a little bit. So let me start by the size of the ski. What we're trying to do for you on the size of the ski, it's not only based on your height, but it's also based on your weight. So if I have somebody 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, I'm going to go a little bit higher. If I have somebody that's 5'4" and weighs 110 pounds, I'm going to go a little bit lower than their nose area. So, but in general practice, what we try to do, and I'll get one that's a little bit more size-wise, we'll take a ski, and we want that ski to fall between your nose and your eyes, and even sometimes the top of your head, again, depending on the weight. And the reason for that is the skis are getting shorter and they're getting wider. Most of the skis now have what we call rocker technology, and this is a reason for them becoming a little bit shorter. Rocker technology is you really have a flat point on the bottom of your ski. You have an early rise in your tip and an early rise in the tail. What that does actually is when you roll your edge over, that ski's already going to cause that arc, and it's going to hook in, and you're going to be able to carve your turn. It's a lot easier to ski nowadays than it ever had been in the past. The skis actually practically turn for you. All you do is you roll your knees and they'll go. Now, in terms of ability and the type of ski, a softer ski tends to trend towards a intermediate or even a beginner skier. A little bit of a stiffer ski tends to trend towards more of a performance skier, somebody that really drives hard on the ski. And that's why we want to try to find out whereabouts you go. So let's say, for example, you're an aggressive skier, performance, you ski on trail, off trail. What we'll do is we'll pick out a specific category or a specific ski. We're going to get you some width underneath the foot. This is about 88 underfoot. This will stay on top of the snow a little bit better, or go through the crud a little bit better. Not necessarily a powder ski. If you're going to go to a powder ski, we really go wide underfoot, as you can see here between the two. But if you're going to be an average skier in the Northeast, for example, you can ski mostly front side, but every once in a while you go off trail, then we want to bring the waist down a little bit to about 88. If you're going to be really aggressive and front side only, then we really want to bring the waist down. Maybe about a 76, or even sometimes a 74. What that tends to do is having a very narrow waist, you're going to get a lot of better bite on the hard packed or icy conditions. So once you roll that ski over, again, it still has the rocker technology. You want to roll it over, it's going to grab real well, or it's going to bite. You're going to cause that arc, and it's going to come right around for you. Again, as I mentioned earlier, wider skis, you're going to stay up on top of the powder. It's really to float up top. You still have that rocker, and you may notice, even if you take a look at it, the dramatic lift in the tip and the tail. That allows that ski to get up on edge. It allows it to carve, but also it'll float right up on top of the snow. Now, between a women and a men's ski, there are very slight differences. In a women's ski, the shovel tends to be a little bit softer, and the reason being is the women tend to lean a little bit more forward on their ski, so it'll engage, it'll carve a little bit better. And also what we do is we take the binding, we push the binding up a little bit. However, I will tell you, if you're a performance women's skier, there's no reason why you couldn't ski on a men's ski or a women's ski. It's really graphic differences. But there are slight differences between the two. Feel free to give us a call anytime. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions for you. You know, the one thing that I failed to mention as well, which I should, twin tips are becoming a real new I should say fad in the industry. They've been out for a number of years now, but twin tips are really for tricks. Twin tips also, you can go off trail and on trail, do jumps and what have you. And what the twin tip really is, by the rise in the tip and the tail, it allows that ski to be evenly flexed. So you can go backwards, you can go forward, you can get into the bumps pretty easily, so that you've got a lot of different varieties. So again, don't make buying a ski so complicated. If we know your ability, we know your weight, your height, we know where you ski, we can narrow it down to really categorize it on what type of ski you're looking for, and we'll put you in the right ski. Thanks for visiting. Come by anytime. Alpine Ski and Snowboard. Appreciate it.